Let's take a moment to start today's training with an anonymous. Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. When it comes to your business, ask yourself the following 3 questions. 1. Is your business big enough to influence the lawmakers? 2. Are you paying for primetime TV commercials? 3. Can you easily afford large-scale mass media advertising? If you've answered yes to all 3 questions, send me a postcard from one of the islands you own. Otherwise, it's a good idea to watch your budget like a hawk, and arm yourself with knowledge. Large-scale practices involving lots of people, and expensive and time-consuming marketing and public relations practices are not discussed here. The preference is given to what works right now, without any major outlays in capital or your time, to help you evolve into a champion in record time. For all of us, except for the practicing hermits, communication is a big part of everyday life. In business, we communicate with staff, contractors, delivery people, salespeople, clients, customers, government officials, sponsors, suppliers, the list is endless. So it would be fair to say that communication plays a great role in our lives. But how many of us plan our communications in a strategic way? When we first started our business, we had a very scattergun approach to communications. We thought if we just got our message out there that someone would pick it up and start doing business with us. However, the message was confused, misdirected and often inappropriate for the target audience. To be able to send the right message in the right way, our written, verbal and behavioral communication had to be tethered, nurtured and set free again in a restrained yet creative way. Sometimes, people confuse creativity and processes as being mutually exclusive. It's as if you can't have a process or a system and be creative. Well, that doesn't have to be the case. We've worked with creative people who thought they had to let go of their passion in order to create a working system. It terrifies them. But a working system, for anything, can help you to become more creative and passionate because it takes the guesswork and stress out of running a business. Well, not all of it, but it does minimize it. Communication involves interaction between 2 or more persons, and a chance of being misunderstood. This is why handling communication in a strategic way is so important. And just a note while we're here, strategic is just another word for planned, intentional, calculated, deliberate, or considered. We're not talking about strategies for invading a foreign country. That said, communication is the foundation for anything you want to achieve in business but require assistance, input, awareness or action by other parties, i.e. ordering from a supplier, contracting with a client, speaking to the media, liaising with staff and contractors, etc. In order to achieve this, communication needs to be strategically planned, which is just another way of saying planned for. When you have a strategic focus on your communications, it is easier to have a known objective, what you want to achieve. Here is a hot business tip. Strategic communication is simply planning how, when and in what format you will communicate a desired message to a chosen audience. Often, your message will be created from a business need or objective. Typical business objectives are recognizing a problem or opportunity, e.g. competitors. Identifying an expected outcome, e.g. increase in sales. Defining key stakeholders, interested parties. Developing an effective communication channel, e.g. a newsletter. Being timely, appropriate and cost-effective. To understand why strategic communication is important, you need to understand when communication is effective and when it's ineffective. Because if miscommunication occurs, you won't achieve your objective, which in turn defeats the purpose, and the primary purpose of planning communications is to create a plan of action that will meet your objectives. One of our objectives in writing this book was to give you, the reader, clear guidance, tips and step-by-step advice so you can replicate a marketing and public relations environment in your own business. Public relations is very much about communicating, not telling, but informing, influencing, making aware. And effective communication includes the way you speak and the way you act as well as the quality of the information you are sharing. If you are a micro business, a one-person business possibly working from home, then you have to be all the roles in an organization. If you are bigger and employ a few people or use contractors regularly, then you can share the load a bit. Because effective communication in a public relations environment comes from performance, how you act, and knowledge, the quality of the information. No matter the size of your organization, identify who has skills that you need. If you are a micro or small business with no or few staff, who can you call upon who has the skills you need? A partner? Friend? Contractor? Freelancer? Mentor? Retiree? Government office? Remember, you are never alone even when you run a small business. There will always be friends, other small business owners, and business support groups you can access. Today I have a special gift for you from our Dr. Alex TV vault. It's a business strategy map, plus the mapping software to generate an unlimited number of maps and share them with your clients. You'll love it. It's $499 retail that you get for free. Give clarify to your business and speed up and simplify your standard operating procedures. Claim it now at dralex.tv/gift.